So on SmackDown, we got this massive segment, Bray Wyatt coming out, and there was a rocking chair, obviously conjuring up images of the Wyatt family. He would even sit down and even say, "We're here," very much reminiscent of what he used to say when he was the Eater of Worlds. And he would actually expand on that. Some of the stuff he was saying was absolutely fascinating. He was saying that sometimes we forget who we are. It takes something to remind us about who we are. And he says you need to revel in who you are. And so obviously that connects very heavily with what we've been hearing from Uncle Howdy. But a massive, massive shout out to Anna Dawes, who picked up on this really interesting point. I'm really into this theory. He mentions 6 different things that he confesses that he is. So he says he is the color red in the black and white. That makes you think of maybe the Fiends. That makes you think of maybe the Fiends. Obviously, the color red was very prominent during Fiend matches. So I am the color red in black and white. I am the Eater of Worlds. So that's obviously when he was with the Wyatt family. He says, I am Uncle Howdy, which I must admit, I didn't take that as a confession that he is Uncle Howdy. It felt more like he was talking about how he is responsible for all of this. Like, I'm Uncle Howdy. I'm the Eater of Worlds. I'm the Fiend. I'm the Funhouse. I'm the Puppets. I'm responsible for all of this. But I didn't take it that he was saying that he was Uncle Howdy. But what I love this theory from Anna, because he does say 6 different things. And it could be that this is a confession that he is the Wyatt Six. So let's just list those 6 things, shall we? He says, I am the color red in the black and white. I am the Eater of Worlds. So that's the second one. I am Uncle Howdy. That's the third one. I am him. Now, we don't know who him is. Who's him? We don't know. Could be the Fiends. But the red one might be the Fiends. So we don't know who him is. I am him. I think Carmelo Hayes down in NXT refers to himself as him. I don't think Bray is Carmelo Hayes. Then he said, I am the nagging conscience of a world that has thrown itself away. I am everyone. Like, that one I struggle with. But obviously these could be quite cryptic, because if he is explaining different sides of his personality, including some we haven't yet met, then that is why some of these you might be a bit like, okay, I know Eater of Worlds. I know Uncle Howdy. I can understand one of them relates to the Fiend. And then he ends, I am Bray Wyatt. Well, Bray Wyatt might be the person that we've been introduced to, you know, that more timid version of himself. That could be Bray Wyatt. So this is why we've got like a few bits in there that we can look at and go, don't know quite how that fits. Like, I am the nagging conscience of a world that's thrown itself away. That very much could be a character we haven't been exposed to yet. We still don't know who Uncle Harper is, for example. So Uncle Harper could be the nagging conscience of a world that threw itself away. Until we're introduced to that character, we don't know how that's going to represent or what that's going to represent, how it's going to show itself. We've met Bray Wyatt. We've met Uncle Howdy. We've met the Eater of Worlds. We may have met the personality that represents the color red in a black and white world. That might be the Fiend. I don't know that we've met him, but that could also be the Fiend. That one might be the Fiend. I do love that theory that he has just listed 6 different sides of himself. And obviously, we've been trying to work out Wyatt Six and what Wyatt Six represents. So that is a massive shout out to Anna Dawes. Massive shout out to Anna Dawes, because it's nothing but a theory, but I really love that theory. I think that's really, really interesting, and it would go some way to explain maybe a little bit more about what he was talking about in this promo. So he talks about how Royal Rumble is going to be his rebirth as well. So that very much gives us something to look forward to. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this big, juicy segment from Bray Wyatt.